Before we dive into this incredible HFY sci-fi story, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Your support helps bring more epic tales of humanity's courage against the stars. And don't forget, share this video with a friend who loves sci-fi as much as you do. On the outskirts of New Kepler City, on the planet Sanex, there sat a small workshop that looked more like a junkyard than a business. Between towers of ancient electronic components, dismantled engines and tools worn smooth by time, worked a man everyone simply knew as Old Chen, the neighborhood fix-it guy. Chen was about 70 Earth years old, with permanently disheveled gray hair and calloused hands that seemed to know every bolt and circuit in the universe. He fixed everything from broken children's toys to the most complex life support systems in the housing blocks. There wasn't anything his experienced hands couldn't bring back to life. The colonists of Sanex saw him with a mixture of affection and pity. To them, Chen was just an eccentric old man who'd found his place in the world fixing trinkets and gadgets. His stories about Earth were dismissed as the fantasies of a lonely man, and his refusal to use modern technology was chalked up to stubborn old age. Here comes Chen with his ancient tools, the young engineers from the mining station would whisper when they saw him walking by with his box of manual instruments. I bet he doesn't even know how a plasma welder works, but Chen just smiled and kept working. There was something comforting about the simplicity of his daily tasks. After decades dealing with cutting-edge military technology, finding peace, repairing household robots and gardening drones felt like the perfect retirement. Chen's quiet life was shattered on a Tuesday afternoon when an explosion rocked the entire mining district. The main station's fusion reactor had suffered a catastrophic failure, leaving half the planet without power. Worse yet, the backup system had been damaged in the blast, and the local technicians were completely stumped. The manual says we need parts that haven't existed for 50 years, Marcus Webb, the chief engineer, told the crowd gathered in the central plaza. I'm sending a message to Earth for help, but it'll take months to arrive, the crowd murmured nervously. Without power, life support systems would start failing within days. The children might not survive Sanex's brutal nights. That's when Chen stepped forward, pushing a cart full of ancient tools and seemingly worthless components. Mind if I take a look? He said simply. Marcus almost laughed. Chen, with all due respect, this isn't a broken toaster. We're talking about a Class 7 military fusion reactor. You wouldn't even know where to start. Chen didn't answer. He just headed toward the station entrance, where nervous guards blocked his path. Sorry, old-timer, but this is a restricted area, the security sergeant said. Chen paused for a moment, then slowly rolled up his left sleeve. On his forearm, a complex tattoo revealed itself. A black dragon intertwined with golden gears, and below it, numbers and symbols that made the sergeant go pale. My God, the guard whispered. Your Special Engineering Corps? The tattoo told a story few people knew. The black dragon symbolized the 7th Combat Engineering Division, an elite unit responsible for keeping humanity's most advanced technology running under impossible conditions. The golden gears indicated specialization in power systems, and the numbers showed that Chen had served for over 30 years, including the terrible Proxima War. Colonel Chen Watanabe, service number 2847 Alpha 7, he said calmly. Retired 15 years ago. Now can I see that reactor? Word spread like wildfire. The humble fix-it man was actually one of Earth's most decorated military engineers. Men like him were legends, capable of building advanced technology from scrap or keeping systems running even after direct enemy strikes. Inside the station, Chen examined the reactor wreckage with practiced eyes. The local technicians followed in reverent silence, watching as he traced circuits with his finger and muttered complex calculations. The problem isn't just reactor failure, Chen finally said. The magnetic containment system was sabotaged. This wasn't an accident. Impossible, Marcus protested. Our security systems are adequate against common criminals, Chen interrupted, but not against someone with military training. Look at these cut marks made with a molecular plasma blade. Centauri Alliance military equipment. Even as he spoke, Chen was already working. His hands moved with surgical precision, welding improvised components and reconfiguring systems the local techs had written off as irreparable. He worked for 18 straight hours using knowledge accumulated over decades of military service. "How do you know how to do this?" asked a young engineer, watching Chen build a magnetic field regulator from elevator parts. Chen smiled, remembering battles on distant worlds where improvisation meant the difference between life and death. "Proxima Centauri, 23A7, he said, soldering a delicate circuit. "Our base got hit and we lost all primary systems. We had to keep the planetary shield running with parts from stoves and vacuum cleaners, or 50,000 colonists would die." "Did you manage it?" "I'm here, aren't I?" When Chen finally activated the repaired system, the reactor came back online with a smooth, powerful hum. Lights flickered on throughout the city, and life support systems hummed back to life. But Chen wasn't finished. Using his military counterintelligence knowledge, he quickly identified and captured the saboteur, an infiltrated Centauri agent who'd been planning to destabilize the colony. That night, all of New Kepler celebrated. The man they'd seen as a simple fix-it guy had saved their lives and secured their future. "Why didn't you ever tell us?" Marcus asked, genuinely curious. Chen looked up at the stars through his workshop window, where he'd already returned to work on a child's small robot. "Because after spending decades fighting in humanity's worst wars, I discovered there's a special honor in fixing simple things, in making a child smile when their favorite toy works again, in keeping homes warm and families safe." He smiled, his hands already working on the next repair. "You called me a fix-it man, and you were right. I fix whatever needs fixing, whether it's a fusion reactor or a little robot's iron heart. That's always been my calling." From that day forward, Chen remained Sanex's fix-it man. But now everyone knew that in those weathered hands lay the power to keep humanity running, one piece at a time.